All right, we have an update. The Buick is in the shop. Finally. Myself, my boy, my second youngest girl, chained Jezebel up to her, down in the field, and drug her up. With minimal damage. There was damage. None to the Buick, however. Got a nasty shot in the side of the door at Jezebel, but stuff happens. Anyway, it's good to have her back in here. We've got a fair bit of work to do. Yeah, and I only got till May, maybe end of May to do it. Yeah, it's going to be mad thrash all winter. Got to finish wiring up this LS, and I have to replace some busted manifold bolts. I have another pair of manifolds I think I'm going to use. This is going to be running drive-by cable. As you remember, there was a debacle with the power steering pump touching the power steering box. So hopefully we can get that smaller pulley back on like I tried to do originally. There was going to be a Sunbird pulley I was going to try and use. She has new back brakes on her. I realize you can't see them. So we have to finish putting the new front brakes in her. And take care of all this bodywork mess. Over here. This trunk was patched before. We're going to be patched it again. And I remember, it's a little bit soft in behind it. So we're going to, be crunchy. So we'll be doing something there. And, yeah. This is a hatchback too, which is kind of rare in these cars. Which is kind of cool because from the side it doesn't look like a hatchback. And I was going to put some modern seats in it, but Eden really likes the white interior, so I guess we'll just clean it up as best we can. Put a nice radio in it with some boom booms. And there's lots of floor patches to fix properly. Tin and rivets. I know what works down south in the States and places like that, and it works here, but it's not legal. So we're going to take them out and put proper patches, and there's one there. I think there's one on the passenger side you can't see. Pretty sure there's some in the back there too. Probably be using these manifolds here that I pulled out of my dumpster dive there a couple weeks ago. I got a good alternator too. Look at that. It's not common or not uncommon for these alternators to seize up. So yeah, another alternator, another power steering pump. So I got two chances to mess that up. And those manifolds got a starter. Hopefully it's a good one. We'll find out. She's starting to come together. I think I put a starter on this car, maybe. You can see Jezebel's tire marks here down the field where she was trying to get a bite. The ground was good and hard, but she just got old half-ton tires that are pretty well wore out. She was fighting pretty good to get her up here. Didn't do a bad job. All that with no power steering, no water pump. She was a little bit worn when we got down there. When I was done, I tried to park her down here on the pit. Kind of misjudged her size a bit. Hit my ram. Put a gouge in the side of her. Lost the taillight. That's not the most heartbreaking damage of all. I put a dent in the door where she hooked the mirror. You can just see that. Wow, under the mirror, that was a whole lot worse. I put a piece of 2x4 and a rubber hammer on it and pounded most of it out, but it was in there pretty good. And I put a gouge on the side of the mirror. Said a few 4-letter words, but I guess character, right? You can get a better look at that dent there. Oh well. Nobody was hurt. That's all that matters. I got a door skin if I need it. So Jezebel is here for the winter. I guess I was going to try and put her on the pit, but she ain't going to fit. Not without destroying more stuff, so we'll leave her there. And I think we are going to rebuild that 305 for it. Excuse me, I run the numbers and the horsepower ratings for the 305 and the 307 that's in there are pretty well the same. So maybe we'll put a nice cam in it or something, a little better heads. Maybe those swirl port heads that I got in the dumpster. If they're any good. If not, we'll find another set of some kind. But right now, the Buick has to take center stage. Got to get it done. So we'll probably be bombing around that ugly little Aveo for a little while yet. She done good though. Both cars have fairly solid bumpers because I just put a chain on this football down here and wrapped the other end of the chain around the Buick bumper, and you know, both cars made it up to the shop with their own bumpers, so that's a win. And poor Ram though, box is toast anyway, I guess. She might end up under that Imperial yet. I think that's the best spot for it. I do. Four-wheel drive 41 Imperial. It's sitting all crooked and stuff too. I think it's getting weaker as time goes on. Oh well. I'll never be out of projects. That's not a bad thing. And the Sierra has informed me that she's taking this green truck when she's ready to drive, so I guess that'll be the next one on the block. Gavin's not into old things, so he'll probably just take that away out. That is all I have for news today, so yeah. I know you're checking out the Dakota behind you. That's not mine. Uncle Dave's son, Jason, that belongs to him. Gonna be a sweet truck though, 318 in her. So yeah, that's our biggest update. That's all we've been able to do so far. I apologize, there was no video last week. Flu run through my house, so everybody was sick. And then when the van broke, and me trying to catch rats in the chicken coop and everything else, just didn't get out here. So the long and short of it is the best I've been able to do is move the Buick up the shop. But, you know, we'll get at her. Christmas in a little over a week, so we'll do what we can do. Everybody take care of yourselves. Have a good Christmas.